Next is the nucleophilic substitution reactions. These are mainly three types. The first one, that is SN2. It is also called nucleophilic substitution bimolecular reaction. Second one is SN1. It is also called nucleophilic substitution unimolecular reaction. And third one, that is SNI. It is also called nucleophilic substitution internal reaction. So let us consider first one, that is the SN2 nucleophilic substitution reaction. If the rate determined step of nucleophilic substitution reaction involves both the substrate, that is alkyl halide, and the nucleophile, then the reaction is referred to SN2 reaction. In other words, the rate of these reactions depend upon the concentration of both the alkyl halide as well as nucleophile. So mathematically it is expressed by this equation, rate that is directly proportional to the concentration of alkyl halide and nucleophile. So this reaction is also show the second order kinetics. Let us consider its mechanism. The typical example of SN2 reaction is hydrolysis of methyl bromide with alcoholic solution of sodium hydroxide, in which 80% of ethanol and 20% of water is taken, which can produce methyl alcohol and sodium bromide. The kinetic study of this reaction revealed that the rate of reaction depends upon the concentration of both methyl bromide and hydroxide ions. So there are two main points which you have to remember. The rate of the reaction depends upon the concentration of both methyl bromide as well as hydroxide ion. And second one, the reaction show the second order kinetics, which means reaction will occur through the converted step, which means it can occur in one step through the inversion of single transition state. For this reaction to occur, it is essential that the molecule of methyl bromide must collide with hydroxide ions. Theoretically, the attack of hydroxide ion can occur from any direction, but experimentally it has been demonstrated that the attack of the hydroxide ion actually occur through backside, from the side opposite to the bromide atom. As the hydroxide ion approach the methyl bromide molecule from backside, it start sharing its electron with carbon atom, and the same time the bromine atom start withdrawing its bonding electron. In other words, the bond between carbon and oxygen start forming, and at the same time the bond between carbon and bromine start breaking. Such a reaction therefore occur through the transition state, and finally the product will formed with the inversion of configurations. In this case, the carbon of transition state, that is sp2 hybrid, and all the bond angles, they are equal to 120 degree. And in this case, COH bond is partially formed, while the bond between carbon and bromide, that is partially broken. Next is the potential energy profile for SN2 reaction. The profile energy diagram shows that there is only one transition state and no intermediate formed between reactant and the product. The reactant are shown to be slightly higher in energy than the product, since the reaction is exothermic in nature. The transition state is of higher energy, since the carbon atom has 5 bonds, 3 of which are full and 2 are partial, and hence it lies at the top of the energy barrier, separating reactant from the product. Finally, as the transition state passed over the product, the rehybridization of carbon atom from sp2 to sp3 occur, and the group or atom attached to it change their relative positions. In other words, the configuration of the product relative to the reactant is inverted in such a same way as an umbrella turn inside out in a strong wind. So it is the potential energy profile diagram for SN2 reactions. Next is the stereochemistry of SN2 reaction. If we can consider the case of the hydrolysis of methyl bromide, in this case, if the hydroxide, it will attack from the back side, then this second product will be possible. And if the hydroxide, that will be attacked from the front side, then this A product is possible, and which will having same product, that is methyl alcohol. So it is impossible to tell whether inversion of configuration has occurred or not, since both the front side and back side attack of hydroxide ion give same product, that is the methyl alcohol. So in case of methyl alcohol, which is a chiral compound, it is impossible to determine whether the inversion of configuration has occurred in the final product. However, by examining the hydrolysis of chiral or optically active alkyl halide, it is possible to demonstrate that SN2 reaction will occur with the inversion of configuration. Let us consider alkaline hydrolysis of 2-bromo-octane, which give 2-octanol. Both 2-bromo-octane and 2-octanol are chiral molecule, and hence each one of them exists as a pair of enantiomer. So let us consider the first one, the hydrolysis of -2-bromo-octane, which will having R configuration, and it will undergo SN2 reaction in the presence of high concentration of hydroxide ions, and it give exclusively plus 2-octanol with S configurations. Since we know that plus 2-octanol has opposite configuration, that is S, as compared to that of minus 2-bromo-octane, that is having R configuration. So finally it has been established that without any doubt that during the displacement of reaction, the inversion of configuration has occurred in the product. Similarly, in the second case, hydrolysis of plus 2-bromo-octane, which will having S configurations, will occur through SN2 condition in high concentration of hydroxide, which exclusively give minus 2-octanol with R configuration. Further, we can say that the final product formed that will having the inversion of the configuration as compared to the starting reactants. So it is all about the proof of the inversion in case of SN2 reactions. Next is the factor affecting the reactivity of alkyl halide in SN2 reaction. The relative reactivity of alkyl halide in SN2 reaction depend upon the following factor. The first one, that is the structure of the alkyl halide, and it is the steric effects. We have seen that in case of hydrolysis of methyl bromide by sodium hydroxide, the attack of the nucleophile occur from the back side on the carbon bearing the bromine atom. Evidently, as the 3 hydrogen atom of methyl bromide are successively replaced by bulkier alkyl group such as methyl and ethyl, etc. So in this case, the crowding will occur, which cause the steric hindrance, and the attack of the nucleophile from the back side, that will occur more difficultly. So due to this crowding, the nucleophile find it more and more difficult to attack on the carbon bearing halogen atom. In other words, due to the steric hindrance, the attack of nucleophile become impossible, and due to which the rate of SN2 reaction is decreased down. The relative rate of SN2 reaction for some halide ions, that is shown by this sequence. The methyl iodide react faster as comparison to primary halides, and in case of tertiary halide, the reaction will occur very slow. So these are the energy profile diagram in case of methyl bromide and tertiary methyl bromide. In case of methyl bromide, the activation energy for transition state, that is very less, and in case of tertiary alkyl halide, the activation energy, that is very high. So the reaction will occur very fast in case of methyl bromide as comparison to the tertiary halides. So this table will show the relative rate of alkyl halide in case of SN2 reaction. In case of methyl bromide, it is very high, near about 150. In case of ethyl bromide, which is primary, it is 1.0. In case of propyl, it is 0.82. In case of secondary, it is 0.008, and in case of tertiary, it is 0.001, and in case of neopentyl, it is very slow. So it is the structure of the alkyl halide which is affecting the rate of SN2 reactions. The second one is the strength of the nucleophile. Since the transition state for an SN2 reaction involves the nucleophile, therefore the nucleophilicity of nucleophile play an important role in determining the rate of SN2 reaction. The nucleophilicity of a reagent may be defined as its ability to donate a pair of electrons to the carbon atom. Thus, greater is the nucleophilicity of a nucleophile, the more rapid should be the SN2 reaction. The relative nucleophilicity of some important nucleophiles is SN2 reaction on methyl bromide. Follow this sequence. So these are having the highest strength and these are having the lowest nucleophilicities, and we can say that the reaction is faster in this case and reaction is slow in these cases. The third one is the nature of the leaving group. The nature of the leaving group greatly affects the rate of SN2 reaction. In most of these reactions, the leaving group depart with the negatively charged. Thus, group atom which can best stabilize the negative charge are best leaving group. Evidently, better the leaving group, more rapidly is the SN2 reaction. So it may be explained by considering this reaction. In the transition state of SN2 reaction, the negative charge is normally distributed on nucleophile and the leaving group. The better the leaving group, more stable is the transition state due to the greater stabilization of negative charge by the leaving group, and hence more rapidly is the reactions. So it is the nature of the leaving group. The next one is the polarity of the solvent. Solvent play an important role in the rate of SN2 reaction. In a reaction, the negative charge is the concentrated on the nucleophile. But in the transition state, the negative charge is dispersed over OH group and OH minus group. Thus, the transition state is less polar than the reactant. Evidently, due to which polar protic solvent like water and alcohol should stabilize a reactant more effectively as comparison to the transition state, and due to which it should slow down the SN2 reactions. So we can say that the polar protic solvent can slow down the reaction. Therefore, to increase the rate of SN2 reaction, polar aprotic non-hydroxylic solvents such as acetonitrile, dimethyl formamide, dimethyl sulfoxide are commonly used. Let us compare the effect of the solvent on SN2 reaction, and it is very much clear from this diagram that in case of non-polar solvent, which is shown by this blue line, the activation energy that is less as comparison to the polar solvent, which is shown by the red line. In that case, activation energy that is very high. So it is all about the SN2 nucleophilic substitution reactions.